Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
Causing physical discomfort. Bites of black flies are more than irritating, they can be very painful. Causing misery or pain or distress. The painful process of growing up. Exceptionally bad or displeasing. A painful performance. Causing physical or psychological pain. Worked with painful slowness. Used of physical stimuli, serving to stimulate or excite. Causing physical discomfort. Bites of black flies are more than irritating, they can be very painful. Causing irritation or annoyance. An irritating delay. Causing misery or pain or distress. Roused to anger. Sore over a remark. Hurting. Causing misery or pain or distress. It was a sore trial to him. An open skin infection. Unequivocally detestable. Abominable treatment of prisoners. Exceptionally bad or displeasing. Abominable workmanship. Provoking horror. An atrocious automobile accident. Shockingly brutal or cruel. Murder is an atrocious crime. Exceptionally bad or displeasing. Atrocious taste. Offensive or even, of persons, malicious. Used as intensifiers. I'm awful sorry. Inspired by a feeling of fearful wonderment or reverence. Awful worshippers with bowed heads. Causing fear or dread or terror. The awful war. Inspiring awe or admiration or wonder. This sea, whose gently awful stirrings seem to speak of some hidden soul beneath. Extreme in degree or extent or amount or impact. Exceptionally bad or displeasing. An awful voice. Causing fear or dread or terror. A dreadful storm. Exceptionally bad or displeasing. Dreadful manners. Extremely disagreeable and unpleasant. Don't go out, the weather is dreadful. Causing fear or dread or terror. A terrible curse. Extreme in degree or extent or amount or impact. Intensely or extremely bad or unpleasant in degree or quality. A terrible cough. Exceptionally bad or displeasing. Terrible handwriting. Too sacred to be uttered. Defying expression or description. Unspeakable happiness. Exceptionally bad or displeasing. An unspeakable odor came sweeping into the room. Conducive to or feeling mental discomfort. This kind of life can prove disruptive and uncomfortable. Providing or experiencing physical discomfort. An uncomfortable chair. Offensive or disagreeable, causing discomfort or unhappiness. An unpleasant personality. With great intensity, bad, is a non-standard variant for badly. The injury hurt badly. That which is below standard or expectations as of ethics or decency. Take the bad with the good. Very intense. A bad headache. Not capable of being collected. A bad, or uncollectible, debt. Reproduced fraudulently. Like a bad penny. Physically unsound or diseased. Has a bad back. Not working properly. A bad telephone connection. Feeling or expressing regret or sorrow or a sense of loss over something done or undone. He felt bad about breaking the vase. Not financially safe or secure. A bad investment. Feeling physical discomfort or pain, tough, is occasionally used colloquially for bad. My throat feels bad. Of foodstuffs, not in an edible or usable condition. Bad meat. Very much, strongly. I wanted it badly enough to work hard for it. Below average in quality or performance. A bad chess player. Capable of harming. Bad air. Characterized by wickedness or immorality. Led a very bad life. Having undesirable or negative qualities. A bad report card. Non-standard. So-called bad grammar. Expressing pain or agony. Agonized screams. Extremely painful. Causing a sharply painful or stinging sensation, used especially if cold. A biting wind. Capable of wounding. A biting aphorism. The taste experience when quinine or coffee is taken into the mouth. Causing a sharply painful or stinging sensation, used especially if cold. Bitter cold. Harsh or corrosive in tone. Bitter words. The property of having a harsh, unpleasant taste. Extremely and sharply. It was bitterly cold. Marked by strong resentment or cynicism. Bitter about the divorce. Causing a sharp and acrid taste experience. Quinine is bitter. English term for a dry, sharp-tasting ale with strong flavor of hops, usually on draft. Expressive of severe grief or regret. Shed bitter tears. Make bitter. Proceeding from or exhibiting great hostility or animosity. A bitter struggle. Very difficult to accept or bear. The bitter truth. Painful from having the skin abraded. Extremely painful. Painful from having the skin abraded. Extremely painful. Nervous and unable to relax. Causing an irritating cutaneous sensation, being effect with an itch. He had an itchy toe from the mosquito bite. Arousing effect. Poignant grief cannot endure forever. Keenly distressing to the mind or feelings. Poignant anxiety. Causing great physical or mental suffering. Informal terms for nakedness. In the raw. Hurting. Lacking training or experience. Raw recruits. Used of wood and furniture. Raw wood. Used informally, completely unclothed. Used especially of commodities, being unprocessed or manufactured using only simple or minimal processes. Raw wool. Devoid of elaboration or diminution or concealment, bare and pure. Raw fury. Not processed or subjected to analysis. Raw data. Unpleasantly cold and damp. Brutally unfair or harsh. Received raw treatment from his friends. Having the surface exposed and painful. A raw wound. Not processed or refined. Raw sewage. Not treated with heat to prepare it for eating. Untempered and unrefined. Raw talent. Of a rider, sore after riding a horse. Hurting. Able to feel or perceive. Someone who serves as an intermediary between the living and the dead. Being susceptible to the attitudes, feelings, or circumstances of others. Sensitive to the local community and its needs. Of or pertaining to classified information or matters affecting national security. Responsive to physical stimuli. A mimosa's leaves are sensitive to touch. Someone who waits on or tends to or attends to the needs of another. Something that can be used as an official medium of payment. A boat for communication between ship and shore. Physically untoughened. Tender feet. Propose a payment. Hurting. The tender spot on his jaw. A formal proposal to buy at a specified price. Make tender or more tender as by marinating, pounding, or applying a tenderizer. Tenderize meat. Having or displaying warmth or affection. A tender glance. Used a boats, inclined to heel over easily under sail. Ship that usually provides supplies to other ships. Car attached to a locomotive to carry fuel and water. Easy to cut or chew. Tender beef. Given to sympathy or gentleness or sentimentality. A tender heart. Make a tender of, in legal settlements. Offer or present for acceptance. Of plants, not hardy, easily killed by adverse growing condition. Tender green shoots. Young and immature. At a tender age. Extremely painful. The deliberate, systematic, or wanton infliction of physical or mental suffering by one or more persons in an attempt to force another person to yield information or to make a confession or for any other reason. It required unnatural torturing to extract a confession. Extremely painful. Extremely painful.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.